Hello everyone, I'm Blaze, and I'm finally doing another yokai with Pokemon types. Last time I did all of Game 1s, and now I'm going to do all of Game 2s. Now I'm going to do Psychic Specters, since there's exclusive yokai to that game compared to the other two versions. In total, there is 203 new yokai we are covering. Last time I didn't go into too much detail on why I gave them their types, which was a bad idea, to be honest. But now I'm going to explain why I'm giving each of them their types to the best of my abilities, based on their attributes, design, what moves they use, etc, etc. You'll probably see these icons next to them. Their symbols are for the version exclusives, rare yokai, or classic yokai, which two of them were basically introduced in this game. First, there are some changes I want to make to some of the typings of the first video. So the Dancing Trio, they would be changed to Grass and Water type. They're literal seaweed and only found in the water area, so I don't know why I didn't give them the water typing. Wunston and Grubsnitch, they also would be changing their normal typing. Wunston would be pure electric, and Grubsnatch would be ground type. Both of them are based on their attributes, respectively. Now, without delay, let's get started. Rashido would be pure water type. It literally is a cleaning yokai. He literally is cleaning all the time. But its evolution Washogun is clearly a yokai based on a samurai, so it would be gaining the fighting typing. Lion would be pure ice types because he uses ice techniques. Lionheart would also be ice type, but gain the fighting type for the same reason as Washogun. It literally looks like it's a samurai. Hissy Fit will be pure fighting because he's literally a toddler that has some aggressive tantrums and is the pre-evolution of Zerberker, so he kinda had to have been fighting type. Tabella would be water electric type, water because he appears in the bathroom and outhouses, and electric because he uses electrical attacks. Slice and Rice would be pure grass type. He literally is a rice ball. How obvious can you be? But its evolution Flame and Rice would also be grass typing, but gain the fire typing. He literally is wielding a fire sword. Of course he's going to gain the fire typing. Mud Muncho would be pure ground. He's made of mud. What other reason do you need? Sergeant Burley would be pure fighting type due to how buff he is and how much he loves to work out. The Muncher would also be pure fighting type. I don't have a specific reason for it, but he just looks like a fighting type. And Devourer will also be fighting type, but it'll gain the dark typing since he eats people's souls. Yeah, that's pretty villainous to me. Maximus N and K will both be fighting fairy types. They're fairy spirits that like to fight. Of course they're going to be these types. And Illuminoc would be dragon fighting type. Like Venok and Dark Venok, he looks like a dragon and he loves to fight. So, figured, why not? Broken Bella would be pure normal type. He literally just screams normal. I have no other reason. Pitapata would be pure ground type. It's a sandal that leaves footprints, so Howzat is the evolution of Wazat, so it would still say a psychic flying type. Face Off would be pure normal type. I don't have a reason for it. It just looks like it's a normal type. So Sorry would be pure dark type because of his in spirit. He makes people sarcastically apologizes when he clearly doesn't mean it. However, its evolution Balminos will gain the fairy typing since his apologies are actually real. Smogmella and Smogling would both be pure flying types. They're made of clouds and float around. How else would they be flying type? Master Odin, like its other counterparts, would be electric typing, but it gains the grass typing due to making Odin. Phalion would be steel psychic type. He literally is in a steel spaceship and makes people think they saw aliens. A pelican would be pure flying type. He's a bird. What other reason do you want? Miradox would be pure psychic type. He's a fusion of Mirapo and Esper, so their pure psychic energy would make it even better. Very Good Sir would be pure ghost. He's literally a ghost butler. That's kind of obvious right there. Chimera and Kingmera would be electric fighting type. They are both masters of the monkey and cobra fighting style and uses electrical attacks. Snottle, the grossest yokai, would be pure dark since he makes you pick your nose. That's really gross, to be honest. Terrapotta would be pure rock. He's a terracotta pot, and it's made of clay. Kind of obvious right there. Wachagot would be pure grass type since he's literally just a bowl of rice. Though its evolution Pride Shrimp would gain the fighting typing since he makes people full of themselves to a very dangerous degree. No-Go Kart would be pure fighting type. I don't have an exact reason, but I do have one for its evolution Mistank since it's literally a war tank, so it also gains the steel typing. Mimikin would be pure normal type. I don't have a reason, he just looks like it's a normal type. And Durafint will be fire fighting type. It's fighting type because both of its pre-evolutions, Fidgefint and Tuffint, are fighting type, but the fire typing is because he loves extremely hot baths, so Zabarity and Frizzle would be electric steel type. They both wield tridents, which is pretty steel to me, and both use electrical attacks, so figure why not. Swelton would be normal water type. Dude is lazy and sweats a lot. I don't really know what else. Total Dude and Uber Gecko would be fighting type, while the prior would gain the water typing due to him using water attacks, and the latter would gain fire type since he uses fire attacks. Now I'm not sure if I should count these three since I already did it, but hey, figured why not. Dark fighting type for the three Onis. Legly, Jumbelina, and Boyclops would all be pure normal type. I don't really have a reason for these three, they just seem normal. Ukila would be Psychic Fairy type. It already has a Psychic typing from Baku since it's its evolution, but gains the Fairy typing because it helps people sleep better when it eats dreams. Drizella would be pure water type since she literally makes it rain without even trying. Need Kid Speed and Harry Berry would be both pure normal type. I don't have one for Need Kid Speed, but Harry Berry is literally just a normal bear mascot, so I kind of figured why not. Flux Kappa and Taiga Kappa would both be pure water type. Like the other Kappas, they kind of live in water and need their heads to be moist, otherwise they would die, so figured water would be the best for them. Komasan S and Komajiro S would keep their original typings. They're just more powerful versions of their base forms. Kelpa Cabana would be grass water type. It's a very pointless evolution, but whatever, but the reason why I give it is because it's literally the same thing as the other dancing trios. Nurse Tungus and Tungus would both be pure fairy type. They heal others. It's a little gross, but they still do it. Sandma and Mr. Sandman will both be pure ground type. They're made of sand. What else do you need from that? Palisol and Scarasol will both be pure ghost type. They're ghost umbrellas. Kind of obvious there. I would say they could also gain the grass typing, but I feel like pure ghost seems more fitting since they're possessing objects. Supor Hero would be pure normal type like its pre-evolution Lodo. I don't really have an exact reason, he just looks like it's a pure normal type. Nomi and Hinomi would be grass type. Same reason, I don't have an exact one, but Hinomi would gain the fairy typing because he looks like a fairy. Predictable and Smashable also would gain the grass typing, but I still have no reason for it, but Smashable would gain the fighting typing because he just straight up looks like he's a brawler. Donchan, one of my favorites, would be pure fairy type. He loves to celebrate, and look how adorable he is, oh, so adorable. Raillight would be pure fire type because, like his lover Drizella, he makes the sun appear without even trying. Kirin and Unikirin will both be dragon flying types. They're based off dragons and are found in the skies and on clouds. Electric could also work for Unikirin, but I feel like flying would be better. Wide Awakea and All Nighta would be pure dark. They make people stay up all night to play video games. I feel like most YouTubers are inspired by these two. A Berry Boy would be pure dark type since he makes people not romantic and more introverted than they already are. Well, Canary Boy is dark fairy typing because he does the exact opposite of his pre-evolution. Yoink, Gimme, and Come On would all be pure dark. They make people steal and are very impatient to an aggressive degree. Kind of dark to me right there. You Do It would be Psychic Flying type. He floats around on a cloud and literally is controlling people to make them do his job for him, so kind of easy there. Count Zapaway would be Dark Electric type. He makes remotes disappear, the most evilest thing in the world right there. How dares he? Tyrant and Snobetta would both be pure dark type since they make people act self-centered and very arrogant. A Salamander, another befriendable boss, would still be pure poison type. Look at him, he literally looks like he's made of poison. Eyesore and Eyelure will both be dark fighting types. They look pretty evil and are incredibly strong in the movie, so I figured why not give them the fighting typing. Wobbleblock, like its original counterpart, would be pure dark type. He literally is the yokai devil. That's the evilest thing you can do. Dark Cubey would be psychic dark type. It's able to create illusions and is an evil version of Cubey before meeting the player. Robin would be dark flying type because he is a bird and loves to steal. Squeaky and Rory would both be dark normal types. They make noise and annoy others, so kind of hard to pick anything else. Fergus and Ferdinand would both be pure normal type. They just make hair grow, so I don't know what else to pick for these two. Nosers would be pure poison type. They annoy others and make people act very toxic. Kind of obvious right there. Papa Windbag and Bendover would both be pure normal type. I don't have really much anything for these two, so eh. Toiletta and Floetta will both be ghost water type. They're based on the Hanako story, so it kind of makes sense for these two to be ghost water. Sprink would be psychic water type. Psychic, I don't really know. He just feels like he's a psychic type. As for water, we find him in the hot springs and is in love with the very hot water, so it kind of makes sense that he's a water type. Arachnus and Arachnida are both bug dark types. They're spiders and are more shut off compared to their frenemies of Totalude and Uber Gecko. Cricky is a pure water type, as he's a frog, so I got nothing else. Snagly and Wimona will both be pure normal types, as I got nothing. Fleshback and Vacuumary would both be psychic typings as they mess with memories, but the latter would gain the flying typing as he's literally on a cloud. Irewig and Firewig would both be bug fire types. They are earwigs and make people very hot-headed and angry. Kind of obvious right there. Mermaiden, Merdana, and Mermother would all be water typing, while the latter two would gain the fairy typing as they look more angelic. Lady Longneck would be psychic normal type. I don't really have any other options for this one, so whatever. Dragon would be pure dragon type. He literally is a dragon. SV Snaggerjag would still be pure water type. There's only 3 legendaries in this game. Thank heaven, because compared to the next one, this is a very quick section. Spoilerina would be pure fairy type, as it looks like just a fairy ballerina. Professor would be pure psychic type, since he knows a lot about trivia. Serpent would be pure dragon type, since he literally looks like a dragon.
Wicked, sticky, who's calling wicked, wicked.
The Wicked Yokai are the main villains of the game, and are the first new tribe to be added in since the first game. All are befriendable in Psychic Specters. All of them will be gaining the dark typing for their primary type, but will be gaining a secondary typing different from each other. Unfairy would gain the fairy typing since it literally has fairy in its name. Unkind would be water typing since she uses water attacks. Untidy would be ground typing since it uses earth attacks. Unpleasant would be flying typing since he uses wind attacks. Unkeen would be electric typing since he uses electrical attacks. Rabala would be water typing. Mad Muncher would be ground typing. Mad Smell would be flying typing. Mad Kappa would be water type. Shamusol would get the ghost typing. Nomi would be grass typing. Same with Defectable. Feargus would be normal typing. Scare Maiden would gain water. And Wrongneck would gain psychic type.
Oh! Summoning time!
Sadly, this is the start of the many different groups of yokai. Basically, different tribes that have come together because they have similar attributes to them. There's only 3 in this game, with one of them being a returning one from the first game.
Oh! Summoning time!
The Jibanyan codes are self-explanatory. They're just different versions of Jibanyan. Buchinyan would be fire ghost type, as it literally is just a fusion of Jibanyan and Whisper. Master Nyana would be pure electric since he has electrical powers. Jibanyan S would still be pure fire type since it's literally just a better version of Jibanyan. Wandernyan would be fire fighting type since it literally is just a Jibanyan that loves to explore. Robanyan F would still be pure steel type. but it's just a better version of Robonyan. Sailor Nyan would be Water Fairy type, as she is a sailor that loves to heal others. Macho Nyan is a pure fighting type, as he's just a lucha wrestler cat. Both Hover Nyan and Dark Nyan would be fighting typing, as they like to fight crimes. Hover Nyan would gain the flying typing, while Dark Nyan gains the dark typing. Jibakoma would stay pure fire type, as they're just a combined form of Jibanyan and Komasan, which are both fire types. Genyan would be fire flying type, since it's just a Jibanyan that loves flying. Draconyan would be pure dark type, as he creates copies of himself whenever he bites someone. Melanyan, Oranyan, Kiwinyan, Grapenyan, Strawbanyan, and Warmanyan would all be pure grass type, as they're literally just fruit.
Oh! Summoning time!
The Robo Yokai are basically like Robonyan. Robotic versions of iconic yokai, so they will all gain the steel typing as their primary type. Robo Kappa would be water type, Robo Como would be fire, Robo Gramps and Robo Mutt would be normal, and Robo Noko and Robo Draggy are dragon.
Oh! Summoning time!
Local yokai are pretty interesting, but also very dumb. You're only given a set amount of them throughout the entire game by typing in codes at the post office, and once you use all the coins, you aren't able to get them, so you're going to have to trade with someone, or you're just going to have to settle with an empty medallion there. Grumpus Khan and Groupus Khan will both be pure dark type, as they make people act very terrible. Slumberhog and Sorahog would be psychic typing, with the latter getting the fire typing, as he is very pissed off and uses fire attacks when he's woken up. Panja Pupil and Panja Pro would be ice type, with the latter getting the dark type since he's just a better ninja. Summer Eel and Timekeeper would be water typing, with the latter getting the steel typing since he has massive swords. Takia Kid and Takia King will both be grass type, with the latter being fire typing since he literally shoots out fire. Daika-san and No Sandu would be ground typing, with the latter getting the electric typing since he has electrical clouds around him. Kuma Odin and Yoko Zodin will both be grass typing, with the latter getting the fighting typing since it's just a better sumo wrestler. But Everest and Eruption will both be rock typing, with the latter getting the fire typing since it's exploding volcano. And Happy Cane and Starry Cane will both be grass typing, with the latter getting the fairy typing, as it just looks like it's a fairy. Gutsy Bones, Goldie Bones, and Glitzy Bones would all gain the ghost typing. Goldie would be getting the rock typing since it's made of gold, which is a mineral, and Glitzy would be getting the steel since diamond is one of the hardest materials there are. Meganyan would be normal grass type. I don't really know why for normal type, as he just looks like it, but for grass typing, he has mushrooms all over him, so... Captain Crash and Captain Rex would both be water typing, with the prior being steel type due to his anchor, and the latter being dark typing due to him being a very evil version of him. iClone, iFoon, and Rentaro would all be pure flying type. They literally create and make tornadoes, kind of flying to me. Kin, Yin, Bronzlo, and Dame Demona would all be psychic dark types. They control time and are the bosses to the wicked yokai, kind of easy to pick those ones. Though Dame Demona would be ghost type instead of dark, since she looks more like a ghost compared to her regular counterpart. Flippa, Floppa, and Dame Dreadful would be dark psychic types, as they're more corrupt counterparts of the original three. Hands Full and Hands Galore would both be dark typing, with the latter getting the fire typing since they're both zombies and one is holding a lantern that loves to burn others. Malice is just pure dark type. It's literally Moody Mary's creation from her nightmares, so pretty dark to me. Cat Cradle literally looks like a fairy, so it is a fairy. Plus it also looks like a biblically accurate angel, so kind of hard to deny this. Both Rubus J and Hardy Hound look like they're both fighting types, with the prior getting the fire and the latter getting the ground type. The reason why it's ground typing is because he uses earth attacks compared to Kobo-san's fire attacks. Hinazol would be ghost electric type. He looks like a ghost and is riding a desk made of skulls. Not to mention he also is using a lot of different electronics, so kind of figures. Destroyer would be pure dark type. He takes over Jibanyan's life and also disguises himself to fool others. Infinipede would be dragon poison type. He looks like a dragon and inspired me a lot when I was battling him, so he is getting the poison typing. Heta Steam is literally just a steam engine, so steel fire type. And the final one is Kabu King, and that's a steel fighting type. It's a mechanical yokai that performs a play where you have to fight him, kind of obvious on that one. And that is every yokai from Yokai Watch 2 given a Pokemon type. Man, that was a lot. But now, how many types were in this game? There were 3 poison types, 4 bug, ice, and rock types, 8 dragon types, 9 ground types, 11 ghost types, 12 electric types, 14 fairy types, 15 flying types, 16 steel types, 18 fire types, 21 normal types, 22 psychic types, 23 water types, 25 grass types, 31 fighting types, and 57 dark types. I gave out a total of 314 types to 203 yokai. But in a combined total from both the first game and this game, there is 12 poison types, 13 rock types, 14 ice types, 16 ground types, 19 dragon types, 21 bug types, 23 electric types, 27 ghost and psychic types, 31 fairy types, 32 fire and steel types, 34 grass types, 37 normal types, 48 flying types, 52 water types, 85 fighting types, and 117 dark types. I gave out a total of 678 types to 448 yokai. Again, sorry for the wait on this one. Part 3 will be coming out as soon as I finish Game 3. So make sure to hit the bell and subscribe so you don't miss it when I post that video. But for now, thank you all for watching this. If you have any suggestions for different types of these yokai, then let me know in the comments. I'll change them in the next video, if I like them or not. Until then, I'll see whatever I post next, I guess. Bye!